car looks a little bit unstable.
Yeah, and Kurt Busch, I was going to say, has been strong here all weekend, really. Showed a lot of speed in his car. Wasn't very happy with the drivability of it sometimes, a few times yesterday in practice, but I know they made some changes. Looks like they went in the right direction, at least for the start of this.
Well, he's complaining in practice, but his car was fast.
Got one on the wall, high in turn one. Kyle Busch.
10 more, yellow's out.
Caution. Well, I talked about the early trouble here, and it has struck Kyle Busch just 3 laps into the race. Check this out. Since they repaved the track for the start of the 2012 season, first caution in the first 7 laps. And here it is today at lap number 3. Kyle was running 19th at the time.
Looks like this started back off of turn 4. The exit of that, where his car kicked out, the back end kicked out.
Got some damage from that, obviously. And I think he went down in turn 1 with that, maybe cut the right front down.
Well, we talked about Jimmy Johnson and their struggles. This is a race team, too, that's had a lot of issues over the last weeks. They had a nice little run there for a while, but certainly the last few haven't been what they've been looking for.
String of second place and third place finishes for Kyle, but then the engine problem at Pocono. The difficulties last week at Watkins Glen that had them back in the garage area and finishing way down, and now here just 3 laps into the race at Michigan. Troubles in back to the garage for Kyle Busch in the 18. Jamie?
And they all make their way down. Kevin Harvick pulling into his pit box. 1 can of fuel is the call. Car has been so good, they didn't even adjust on it in final practice. Meanwhile, Brad Keselowski in the 2 car, they're talking about if they should be aggressive or not, saying he's a little free in the center. Joey Logano pretty happy with his car. It's a tick tight at 1 and 2, and Jeff Gordon, little tight as you heard on the radio there. All the cars are out, and the battle down pit road after the first round of pit stops is on, and Brad Keselowski just edges him out. No tires. They did go aggressive, Alan.
Our Pennzoil race off pit road. Was a little trouble on the pit lane. It involved Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Kyle Larson. We'll show you that and have the restart in a minute. This is Larson's view.
Go, go, go. One lane, all the way up, one red.
Front 2 did not pit. Ryan Newman and Jimmy Johnson. They lead the field to the restart.
That answered the question about the 48 not trying to move up. He was probably just saving his tires, knowing he wasn't going to the pit. Oh, trouble, Danica.
Justin Allgaier, Michael Annette, Trevor Bayne, and more.
Keep on rolling if you can.
How many times have we used the word restarts in the last few weeks and how intense they are, and coming in here talking about as intense as they've been at other places, couldn't imagine what they'd be like here?
Yep. And you have so many things going on with it, with cars all around. We talked about fanning out and the speed that you get up to in a hurry, and this was the one thing that the drivers told me that they were concerned about, was just the kind of the lack of grip that you get and the loose feeling that you get from the cars on these restarts.
A couple of flat tires from Matt Kenseth. Those we can see on this side of the car anyway.
See right here, Danica is in the middle of the 3 wide situation.
So got into 14 of Jeff Burton just a little bit there. Turned the wheel to stay off of that.
Yeah, the problem is you need just a little bit of room to save that, and didn't have it.
Stay low after 47, stay low, still outside, inside. Hold the brake.
You could see from that she was chasing her car even before that.
Goes back to what Rusty showed us toward the end of countdown with the air and so on when you get in these side-by-side situations in these corners.
See, Kenseth, he got hit from behind. He's got some damage on the right side of that car, too.
Now watch them here, backing out, go low. They're going to stay low. One inside, just stop, scan, come on low. One inside down there. Come on down low. Come on, keep coming now, it's clear. Bottom there.
Wow, Junior did a great job of not getting some damage there.
Well, a little ugly moment on the restart from the competition caution. Combine that with the ugly moment on pit road, and there's a lot of damaged race cars all of a sudden here at Michigan. And then Dale Earnhardt Jr., who's up to 8th place.
I got a tire coming apart on the right front. There's only 18 cars in the lead lap, and we got a big map. If you want to just cruise a little bit and check it out, that's fine too. I'll support whatever you think. You just use your best judgment. We'll support you either way. If you need to come, we're in here.
That might be the hardest decision to put in a driver's hands, is how bad is it and do I need to pit?
Well, in their situation, there's no reason to be taking any chances with your driver here. I mean, we talk about the speed, and you're talking about a right front tire, and it's not going to, unless it happens down the straightaway for them, it's not going to be a good situation. If he has any inkling that that right front tire is getting worse, then he's got to come to pit ready.
3 wins already this year, lock in the chase. In great form where performance is concerned as they head toward the championship stretch. And at one of the fastest tracks on the circuit. Oh, car hard in the wall.
Stop the car.
Turn
Stop
3,
the car.
Kyle Larson.
Relax, you're on fire. Get out when you can. It's out, bud. It's out. Take your time. Take your time. It's out.
Now, watching Larson here, in light of what the rule change was that was announced Friday, this is obviously one of those opportunities. Driver needs to get out of the race car.
Well, after being involved in the pit road incident earlier back at lap 22 and suffering that left front corner damage to the car, now the right side of that 42 terribly damaged and still burning. You see Larson out of the car talking to the safety workers. But what happened up there in turns 3 and 4?
The right front tire went down.
Yeah, you can see the hood buckle up and loose.
Hold it up there. Hold it up there. Stop the car here, bud. You're on fire. Stop the car. Stop the car.
I'm sure that's just got to hurt, Dale. Hold on.
Yes.
The speeds they're running right now.
Yeah, obviously the safer barriers have dissipated a lot of that impact, but it's still over 200 miles an hour. I mean, he still probably was going at least 180 by the time that he got to the wall there.
Just watch that hood. You'll see
right there it goes.
Yep.
Terrible feeling as a driver. Nothing you can do. The brakes won't do enough. You can't steer the car. All you can do is hold on or let go of the steering wheel almost, where you don't make this any worse situation.
McMurray on and off the pit lane.
And they opted for 4 tires on that one car.
Because the guys that are in front of them took just... Oh, Brad Keselowski in trouble.
He was the leader.
Stay up high
Caution.
Here. Caution is out. Stay up high. Stay up high. All right.
Brad had cycled to the race lead by these other pit stops. And that has all the makings of a right front.
But definitely flank that pretty hard.
Hey, just looking at the scoring monitor, too, somebody is going to put back in this thing is Jimmy Johnson, I believe, got back on the lead lap here, possibly.
Wow.
Yeah, at least by staying up as high as he was, the angle wasn't as bad as it could have been. I'm not sure he actually steered it up. I think maybe it was going down. He couldn't get it down to the bottom. It didn't turn.
Stay up high here.
You can see that angle wasn't quite as bad as what we saw Larson when he blew the right front. Not near as much damage either.
So the 6th caution of the race comes out with now 32 laps to go.
Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating as a driver when you're put in that position, but Joey is playing some games there. Don't know that there's anything wrong with that. Haven't heard anything about a warning, but he's definitely doing the right things to continue to keep himself out front.
And he's frustrating Jeff Gordon.
He has done that.
So now Kurt Busch to the inside of Logano, restarting here.
Kurt Busch out of
Into the wall.
Right here. Keep coming. They're all coming. The wrecks are pretty bad. I see it smoking. Got the rear tire smoking here, Kurt. Just pay attention to it.
We stay
Here, 4
under,
tires.
we stay under green. Racing for the lead, Kurt Busch into the wall off turn number 2.
There he goes. I didn't think that tire was going to last. Now we have debris everywhere.
He's going to have to bring out a caution there.
And the caution flag out.
Out here. Caution's out.
Yellow fever it is.
We've said it for years upon years that cautions breed cautions.
Bumper crop here this afternoon.
Racing for the lead. Watch Kurt get right up on the door of Joey Logano to try and stall him in the draft a little bit. And then
Good tight racing there. It's just so difficult to keep that power down as you're trying to get out front. You can see he just stepped out a little bit, chased it all the way to the wall, and then that's where the problems really began for him.
someone said to me down in the garage this morning, when you're racing at these speeds, when the car steps out from that aero trimmed and mechanically trimmed position that they're racing in now, it's really hard to save them.